Soft light through the window pane. You're standing there like time don't change. Every heartbeat pulling me back to when the world was just you and I. Velvet skies and your hand in mine. The way you whispered it'll be fine. All the noise just faded away when you held me close that day. Even now, through the silence and years, I still feel you near. Take me back to that first night when your eyes found mine under pink moonlight. Every breath was a promise, a spark in the dark, like a love song playing from a worn out heart. Hold me like the world's not spinning. Say it like the start, not the ending. Take me back to that first night. Time's a thief with gentle hands. It stole our youth like shifting sands. But I still see you the way I did when forever was something we both believed in. Every laugh, every midnight drive, we were stars just learning to shine. Now I trace you in memories, but they never quite feel complete. Even now, when the radio plays, you're the note that stays. Take me back to that first night when your touch lit fires in the quiet light. Every word you spoke felt like sacred ground, like the whole world paused when you were around. Dance me through the ghosts we're chasing, to a love that's never fading. Take me back to that first night. We don't need the time to rewind. Just close your eyes and find. Take me back to that first night where the stars fell slow and the world felt right. Let your voice be the anchor that pulls me home, where the echoes of us are never alone. Kiss me like we're never breaking. that first night. Back to that first night. Midnight calls, I let it ring. Your voice still echoes everything. In this quiet room I hear the past, like shadows in a photographs. We made a vow beneath the stars to never lose what made us ours. But time's a tide that pulls too strong, and maybe we just held on too long. I still write your name in places I can't explain. If you remember me, do you smile, or does it ache too deep? Is there a song that brings me back when the world's too loud and your heart goes black? If I'm a whisper in your dreams, then baby, that's enough for me. Even if love had to set us free, tell me you remember me. I still wear the silver ring, the one you bought that rainy spring. It doesn't shine the way it did, but somehow neither do I since then. I see your face in strangers' eyes and chase your laugh in lullabies, but nothing ever stays the same except how soft you said my name. I learned to let you go, but never fully know. If you remember me, do you rewind our symphony back to the night we danced too slow to a love song only we would know? If I still live inside your mind and flesh is lost to borrowed time, then maybe we were always meant to be. Even if you just remember me. Oh, I don't need a second chance. I just wanna know, was it romance or something more or something less? Do I live in your loneliness? If you remember me in the quiet in between, then I'll know this love was real. Even if we both had to heal. If I'm a flicker in your sky just once before you close your eyes, then that's if you remember me. You were laughing in the hallway light, and I stood frozen, heart too tight. A million words behind my lips, but none of them would ever slip. I watched the moment come and go, like footprints fading in the snow. Your eyes were bright, you didn't see the quiet war inside of me. I almost crossed the line, but silence held the time. I still remember what you wore, the faded denim, nothing more than simple grace and careless charm. You lit the dark without alarm. I thought you knew, I thought you guessed, but maybe I was just a mess of glances, pauses, breathless starts. Too scared to hand you all my heart. I played it like a friend. Now I don't know how it ends. I almost said I love you on that drive beneath the blue, when the stars were begging me to speak, but my courage felt too weak. And now you're part of someone new, and I just haunt the truth. I almost said I love you, but almost won't break through. If I had just one yesterday, I'd give the words I threw away. But now they echo soft and small, like rain against your garden wall. I almost said I love you held me like a lullaby. But morning came and you were gone, and I was singing all alone. No photos, no trace, just echoes in the space. Did I dream you? Were you only in my mind? Just a shadow out of time, a kiss that disappeared with dawn. Now I keep the curtains drawn. You felt too close to lose, but too perfect to be true. So I ask the empty room, did I dream you? Your voice still lingers in the air, like perfume that was never there. And every face that I walk past just blurs into your photograph. I swear your hand fit into mine, but maybe that was just the wine. You said forever soft and slow, but dreams will say what you won't know. You felt like fate's reply, but maybe dreams can lie. Did I dream you? Were you made of midnight dust, a promise I was meant to trust, only for a moment's time? Now you're fading out of rhyme. I still reach into the blue, but find nothing pulling through. Tell me if you ever knew, did I dream you? If love can live inside a sleep, then maybe it was ours to keep. Not in life, not on this plane, but in the space between the rain. Did I dream you? Were you real or just a sigh? I wish that stars let slip nearby. I felt you deeper than the sea, but maybe you were just in me. Awake with tears, not proof, and all I ask beneath this moon, did I dream you? You only called me when you broke, when the silence got too heavy to hold. I gave you every gentle part, but you never learned to share your heart. You loved me in the in-between, in shadows, never in the scene. I waited more than I should have stayed, but some things don't survive that way. I won't hate you, I won't lie, but I had to say goodbye. I loved you, but I left see your name light up sometimes. Still feels like static in my spine. But I don't reach and I don't fall. Your ghost don't get that kind of hold. I learned to sleep without your sound, to stand on feet you let fall down. And maybe I still miss your eyes, but I don't miss the compromise. You were love but not my fate. I had to learn to walk away. I loved you, but I left with all the pieces that were left. You gave me half, I gave you whole, till I forgot I had a soul. You were thunder in a shell, but I found peace outside that spell. I loved you, but not to death. So one day I left. And if you ever wonder why, it wasn't hate, it wasn't pride, it was the quiet truth inside. I need someone who chooses right. I loved you, but I left with a heart that still reflects the way you smiled, the way you moved, but not the things I can approve. You'll always be a song of flame, but not the fire I let remain. I loved you, but I loved myself next. So I left. It's 2:04 and I should sleep, but some memories don't run that deep. I stare at numbers on my screen, your name not saved, but still it rings. I said I'd never reach again, but silence talks like an old friend. And though we've gone our separate ways, my heart still dials you anyway. I don't expect to hear your voice, but I still pause like I have a choice. I still know your number, every line, each fading tone. Still press it slow like muscle memory, built deep inside my bones. You're not mine and I'm not yours, but some love doesn't close its doors. I don't call, but late each summer I still know your number. You said let's not pretend again, but I still check if you're online at 10. I tell myself it's just routine, but truth shows up in between. Some ghosts don't float, they stay right here, like your breath against my ear. I hear you in a quiet song that shouldn't hurt but plays too long. I've deleted, I've erased, but your rhythm still lives in this space. I still know your number, even if I'll never dial, even if your life has changed and mine's moved on a while. I don't need to say hello, just knowing is enough to show that in some way, in some small slumber, I still know your number. If I called, would you still care? Would you answer just to hear the air? I don't need a reason why. Some love just never says goodbye. I still know your number, like a song I used to play, like a door I never closed but learned to walk away. And maybe that's just how love ends, still knowing how to find a friend, even if the lines are under. I still know your number. You don't look me in the eye like you're afraid of what I'll find. You say you're not the loving kind, but darling, that's a lie. You carry a weight you never show, build walls no one can overthrow, but love still finds the cracks, you know. It always knows where it should go. And when you run, I won't chase, but I won't ever leave this place. I love you anyway, in your silence, in your rage, when your light begins to fade. I'll stay. I love you when you fall, when you've given me nothing at all, even if you push me away. I'll love you anyway. You count your scars like they're a crime, as if they don't make you divine. But I see stars where you see lines, and I trace them for a lifetime. You say you're better off alone, but even lone wolves dream of home. And if you ever change your mind, I've left the porch light on this time. You don't have to gray someday. I don't need a perfect end. I just wanna be your friend. If that's all you give today, I love you anyway. I love you anyway. I'll reach out, I never do. Deleted all the threads from you, but some nights still bring back the sound of silence you wrapped me around. You're happy now, I've seen the proof. A filtered smile, a different truth. I don't belong in your today, but if I did, here's what I'd say. If I could say one last thing, it wouldn't be why or where you've been. It wouldn't beg or try to change the way we've vanished out of range. I'd simply say I hope you're well, even if it hurts like hell. You don't owe me anything, but if I could say one last thing, I kept the shirt you used to wear, not for love, just it's soft and fair. How things can fade but still remain in corners we don't dare explain. I learned to sleep without the ache, but some songs still know how to break. And every word I didn't send still lives like letters never penned. If I could say one last thing, it wouldn't be about the sting. It'd be a whisper on the wind, a quiet nod to where we've been. No promises, no open doors, just peace in what we were before. I won't call, I won't cling, but if I could say one last thing, I don't hate you, never did. I just lost you in the wind, and maybe that's how stories go. No villains, just the need to grow. If I could say one last thing, I'd let it float, not force a ring. Just one small truth I never said while holding back my heart instead. You mattered more than I let show, and part of me still wants you to know that love was real, not just a fling. If I could say one last thing, I hope you found your peace. seconds stretched 1,000 nights. We smiled like nothing's going on, but every glance said this is wrong. You live a life I can't be in, and I pretend I'm just your friend. But in the silence when we part, you still live inside my heart. We never speak of what we feel, but secrets never fade, they seal. In another life, maybe you'd be the one beside me. We wouldn't have to hide this ache or lie about the hearts we break. You'd kiss me without guilt or shame. I'd say your real full name, but for now we stay maybe in another life, maybe. Like strangers on the street, but I still burn beneath my feet. 1,000 chances we don't take, for every vow we'd have to break. But when the world begins to sleep, you haunt the corners dark and deep. And though I'd never ask you to, you still look at me like you do. This kind of love don't have a home, but it still calls me when I'm alone. In another life, maybe this wouldn't feel so crazy. We'd light the sky with no regret and never feel the need to forget. You'd hold me in the light of day, not in the shadows tucked away. But love like ours comes with a fee. In another life, maybe we choose silence over sin, but I still wonder what we've been. Not just wrong, not just right, just not for this life. In another life, maybe when we write all this, maybe you'd be mine and I'd be yours, without closing hidden doors. I don't need forever, no, just a world where we could show what this love could finally be. In another life, maybe. But not this one. You smiled like the night was ours, like time time had stopped beneath the stars. I don't remember what you said, only the way it filled my chest. We didn't dance, we didn't rush, but something sparked inside the hush. A quiet pull, a subtle shift, a kind of love you don't resist. I didn't know what I would feel, but suddenly it all felt real. This was the first time speak. You let silence feel complete, and in your arms I finally breathe. Like I'm not too much, not too weak. We don't need a burning sky or grand words to justify. It's in the quiet, in the slow, that I found a love that feels like home. You don't chase, you don't demand, you just hold my trembling hand. This feels like home, like soft light after the storm. No fireworks, no masquerade, just the peace I always craved. This feels like truth, not too fast and not too soon. In every breath I see it show. With you, this feels like home. This feels like home. I let you go without a fight. Told you I'd be fine that night. But truth is I still awake at 3 with all the words I couldn't speak. You didn't ask me how I felt, and I played cool, I wore it well. But silence isn't always strength, it's just a way to keep you safe. But now that you're too far to hear, let me be honest here. This is what I didn't say. I loved you more with every day. I waited for your hand to stay while watching you just drift away. You were the storm I called my sky, the softest hurt I couldn't hide. I never meant to make you stray. This is what I didn't say. You said we'd grown too far apart, but you still live inside my heart. I smiled and said you're probably right, then cried alone most every night. I see you now with someone new, and wonder if they see you too. The way I did, the way I do, the way I still remember you. I don't expect a second chance, but I still wish you'd understand. This is what I didn't say. You were the home I pushed away because I thought you'd leave me first. So I rehearsed how not to hurt, but now I carry what I lost and wear it like a hidden cost. If I could go back to that day, this is what I didn't say. I forgive the way you left and all the love we never kept, but I wish I could rewind time to speak instead of hide behind. This is what I didn't say, that I still miss you every day, that I would have stayed through the storm if you just asked me to be warm. You may never hear this song, and that's okay, I'll still move on. But for the record, come what may, this is what I didn't say. And maybe now it's too late. You pour the wine, I watch the clock. We said too little, but it said a lot. The room was full of things we knew, but no one dared to say the truth. We sat like strangers, dressed in skin that once felt like a perfect fit. I reached for words I used to find, but none of them would come in time. And we both knew it deep inside, this love has nowhere left to hide. This is where we end, not with flames but with the wind. No broken glass, no slammed door, just two hearts that want no more. I won't beg and you won't fight, we'll just fade into the night. I loved you once, I won't pretend, but this is where we end. You said we tried, I said we did, but trying doesn't always win. We built a house, but not a home, and still felt tired when we were alone. You touched my hand, I let it go. That's how you know, that's how you know. It's not a war, it's not defeat, it's just two lives in separate beats. Some things break without a sound, some love just lays itself down. This is where we end, like the last page of a friend. No need for rage, no need to lie. We just ran out of reasons why. There's no villain, there's no crime, just the slow decay of time. I held you close, now I defend the truth. This is where we end. I remember how you smiled, not the distance in these miles. And if I dream of you again, I'll let it pass. I won't pretend. This is where we end, and I'm glad we tried, my friend. We wrote a verse, not a refrain, and learned to lose without the blame. You were love, you were my song, but some songs don't play for long. I'll walk away, you don't have to mend. It's okay. This is where we end. We were pages in a book, book half read, words unsaid but softly said, a spark that never caught full flame, but still I whisper your name. We laughed like nothing could go wrong, but time moves fast and hearts move on. You left your coat, I kept it near, but seasons change, and now so clear, not all love is meant to stay, but some still light the way. We almost had forever, we almost wrote the stars, we kissed like it would matter, but didn't get that far. We were almost something timeless, a heartbeat out of tune. I don't regret the silence or losing you too soon. We almost had forever, and almost was enough for me. You cross my mind from time to time, like a song that doesn't rhyme, still beautiful in what it missed, like a goodbye we never kissed. No hard feelings, no deep scar, just a could have left ajar. And maybe that's a kind of grace to love and never need to chase. You were real, and that was true, even if I lost you too. We almost had forever, we almost touched the flame, but dreams don't last forever, and love's not one to blame. You were light I held in passing, a moment I still own. Though we stopped before the asking, I never felt alone. We almost had forever, and sometimes that's all love needs. If I see you in a crowd, I'll smile but I won't speak out, because we lived it quietly, and that's the way it's meant to be. We almost had forever, but not all love must stay. Some are written for the weather, then gently drift away. And though we miss the ending, I'll keep the start inside. Not every story's worth defending, some just teach you how to rise. We almost had forever, and in some way we did. You live 2 time zones away, but I felt you like sunlight every day. We never called it something real, but I still remember how it feels. Midnight calls and half-minute plans, someday never made it there. No one hurt, no one lied. We just faded with the tide. We ran out of time. Not love, not dreams, not signs. Just hours that slip between what could have been and what has been. You were almost mine in a softer kind of line. Not a storm, not a crime. We just ran out of time. I still see your name sometimes, a flash of blue in quiet nights. I smile and think, what if we tried? But I don't text, and neither do you write. Maybe you met someone new, someone with fewer miles than I had to. And that's okay, I really mean it. But I still hear your laughing secrets. No goodbye, no last embrace, just a quiet, fading place. We ran out of time, not because we crossed a line. We just lived on different tracks that never made their way back. You were almost home in a way I've never known, but it wasn't by design. We just ran out of time. Some loves don't need to break to leave a hollow ache. You never hurt me, you just left me empty. We ran out of time, but you still linger in my mind. Not a scar, not a flame, just a softly spoken name. You were almost mine, and that still feels like a sign. I won't rewrite, I won't rewind. We just ran out of time. I saw you standing in the crowd, a little older, a little proud. You looked at me and smiled the same, like time had folded in your name. We talked about the years that flew, the lives we built, the people knew. But underneath the words we said were all the things we left for dead. You didn't ask and I didn't try. Some stories don't need one more on cheap cassette, the kind you never quite forget. No one broke and no one bled, but still we lost what could have led. And that's okay, no need to run. We were beautiful once. You said you think of me sometimes. I said me too and didn't lie. It wasn't pain, it wasn't flames, just something soft that lost its name. We didn't wish for second tries. We'd both outgrown that shade of sky. But part of me will always keep the way you kissed me half asleep. You laughed, I laughed, the world stood still. Then we walked on and always will. We were beautiful once, in that silence just before the punch, in Sunday mornings, tangled sheets, in eyes that didn't need to speak. It wasn't built to last forever, but I still hope you feel it ever, the way we shone beneath the sun. We were beautiful once. I won't rewrite what never stayed, but I'm glad we ever felt that way. We were beautiful once. No bitterness, no need to trust, just two souls that touched and flew and left a song that still feels true. You were a page I love to read, even if we couldn't be. So thank you for the love we spun. We were beautiful once. I still feel the echo of your name in the corners of my yesterday. You were lightning in a silver frame, too wild for the world to tame. You kissed me like you knew it end, but held me like a lifelong friend. We danced through every broken room like fireflies in a swimming pool. And deep inside I always knew love like ours would burn right through. We were never meant couldn't wait. A crashing tide you couldn't fake. And if I had to choose again, I'd dive right back into the end. Some loves aren't built to last, but they still light up the past. We were never meant to stay, like dreams that dawn can't let replay. You were a storm, I was the flame. We called it love, but never named. You were fast and I was still a poem written against our will. But oh, what colors we did paint in that fleeting perfect state. Maybe love was never wrong, just not meant to stay too long. Summer seasons, summer skies, you were just a wild sunrise. We were never meant to stay, but we still mattered in our way. You taught me how a heart can fly, even if it says goodbye. And if you think of me someday, let it be the golden way. Not the end, but where we lay. We were never meant to stay. We were never meant to stay. I saw you at that corner place. Same old laugh, but a different face. She held your hand like I once did, but yours held hers like it never hid. You didn't see me through the crowd, but I felt every word you said out loud. Your eyes were light, your shoulders free, like you were never tied to me. And I won't lie, it stung a bit, but I smiled, yeah, I admit. You look happier now, like someone finally showed you how to breathe without the weight we wore, to close the chapter, not the door. And I won't ask for one more chance, I won't break your second dance, but it hurts to know somehow you look happier now. I used to think you'd circle back, that time would pull us to the track. But sometimes love just runs its course, that sometimes peace means letting go of things we swore we'd always know. I won't ask you to look back, I just hope I gave what you still lack. And though I don't know when or how, you look happier. I was dust on a window pane, faded out by too much rain. Every love song felt untrue, till the night I fell into you. Your voice was calm, your hands were kind. You saw the cracks I tried to hide. You didn't promise, didn't chase, you just stayed in that quiet space. And somehow, without a word, you healed what I never deserved. You made me believe again in something deeper than pretend, like a light behind the storm. You showed me what a heart is for. I was cold, closed and unsure, but your love moved slow and pure. And piece by piece, you got under my skin. You made me believe again. There were nights I pulled away, afraid you'd leave like all the same. But you held me through the doubt, built a home I couldn't live without. You never asked me to forget. You love the parts I still regret. And in your arms I felt it bloom, the courage I thought I'd lost too soon. No grand lines, no sudden flame, just a warmth that slowly changed my name. You made me believe again that love is more than might have been, like a song I thought I'd lost, playing soft through all the frost. I was done, worn out that something truer underneath. And I thank the stars you came without fireworks, without a name. You just held my hand and let me in. You made me believe again. You made me believe again. I still wear that sweater sometimes, the one you left in '89. It doesn't fit the way it used to, but somehow neither do I without you. I see our names carved in that tree, faded now like memories. And every fall I feel that breeze that whispered all your love to me. No bitter words, no slamming doors. We just became was not more. You were my favorite season, a moment I still find a reason to smile about when skies turn gray like sunlight caught in yesterday. You weren't forever, and that's alright. Not every flame is meant for night, but you were warm and you were mine. You were my favorite season of all time. We didn't need to say goodbye, we just stopped asking why. And though the years have pulled us wide, your laugh still echoes deep inside. I've loved again and lost some too, but nothing ever felt like you. Not better, worse, or even wrong, just not that same September song. You came and left like falling leaves, but still there's something you still leave. You were my favorite season, the one that never needed reason. A love that didn't beg to stay, but still returns in quiet ways. And though we drifted calm and kind, you left a golden thread behind. No anger, tears, or blame to find. You were my favorite season in this life of mine. I don't replay it every day, but when I do it feels okay. You were magic, brief and real, and some loves never need to heal. You were my favorite season, a chapter sweet without completion. We weren't